Fresher.
News from CNA.
A major US artificial intelligence software firm is setting up its regional headquarters in Singapore, and was being seen as a boost to the country's efforts to build capabilities in this field. Databricks will be offering jobs and training around 10,000 locals alongside institutions. Nicholas Zung is here with all the data.
Class is in session for this software, which organizes and cleans data to help develop AI models. This event at Marina Bay Sands is organized by Databricks. Soon it will work with NTUC Learning Hub and NUS to train many more over the next 3 years. This is something that Singapore welcomes.
I believe we can continue to foster this culture of innovation and learning and ultimately build Singapore up as a global hub for technology and innovation, supporting industries, sectors, companies, workers here in Singapore and beyond.
Databricks is choosing to make Singapore its hub, setting up an office to manage the region. The new Asia Pacific and Japan hub will come with what the company describes as critical roles. They've also committed to hire more senior leaders from people based in Singapore for regional positions. The company says that Singapore is the ideal location for such a move.
Singapore has great digital infrastructure. It's really a central hub for the region, and so many of our colleagues in the tech industry have also chosen to put their headquarters here. Most of all, though, I'd say that the skills we're able to access here in the Singaporean market and bring into our business are really attractive for us.
The company is working with the Economic Development Board with more details to come next year.
News from CNA.
Let's go! Number one.
We're number one for new music.
Go. 96. Newer, fresher.
Blasting out the biggest hits all over the internet
On the best online station.
This is 96 Radio. Newer, fresher.
To the Batmobile. Let's go.
Newer, fresher. 96.
Bright Suns and hello, it is Cindy Scott here. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday. I know, you're probably like, what? Huh? You're like, oh, it's the middle of the work week, Cindy. It's okay. It is Cindy Scott here. Thanks for joining me. Let's start off the day with a weird story. And I know I said I couldn't find one yesterday, but I did find one, but I didn't find one that was in Florida. I found one that was, out of Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, which is a place I've gone to many, many times on vacation. I love going down there, but definitely don't want to be what this woman did while you're on vacation.
Newer,
Fresher.
hits. 96. 96. 96.
Asia Pop 40.
What's going on, Asia? This is Joey Zhao, and this week on the show, we'll be counting down all the tunes you've been streaming the most this week on your devices. It'll be all the songs you know and love, as well as the latest and the greatest tracks from all over the world. This is Asia's own charts, and you won't want to miss it. All that and more on Asia Pop 40, every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. right here on 96 Radio. 96 Radio.
Newer, fresher.
Weird news time to start off our Wednesday with me, Cindy Scott, and we're going to talk about a woman who is facing charges after she allegedly decided to drive onto a beach in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Authorities say that Lauren Markey Hodge sped around 75 yards through the sand, almost making it to the water at low tide. Beachgoers reportedly ran out of fear of being hit. Hodge was later found to have a suspended driver's license. Needless to say, she was in trouble.
96. 96.
It's a feel-good story for you today, and it's actually kind of a weird feel-good story because it happens to be about NASA and their plans to bring the International Space Station down in a few years.
Newer, fresher. Hits.
Billie Eilish.
Newer, fresher. 96. Newer, fresher.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran.
Hi, I'm Harry Styles.
Newer, fresher.
Let's go!
96. Newer, fresher. Hits. 96.
Feel-good story time, and let's talk about NASA and how they're planning on life after the International Space Station. Yes, NASA is contracting with SpaceX to develop a deorbit vehicle to bring the ISS down gently into the ocean when its lifespan ends in 2030. Vehicle will execute the last week of deorbit burns as the ISS goes down. Of course, the NASA plans to transition to use private companies to operate space stations. So there we are with that. I remember when that thing went up, that was actually kind of really cool to have you can live in space. I want to say that there was a guy that lived out there for an entire year, and it was that's a lot to be up there in space for an entire year. Think about the things they missed on.
96. Newer, fresher. 96.
Let's talk about girly news today and how the Mediterranean diet seems to be very beneficial for children. This is a new one for me.
Here's the thing about countdown shows. You know exactly how they're going to end. But here's the thing about my countdown show, World Pop Radio. Yes, you know it's going to end at number 1. But each and every week, we count down the hits from a different country, all in an effort to show that no matter where you go on this big globe of ours, typically, we're all connected together through a universal love of music. Catch World Pop Radio, Thursdays and Fridays from 10 a.m. on 96 Radio.
Newer, fresher.
Siapa sih ini yang ngerokok? Ngerokok atau enggak emang pilihan hidup setiap orang. Tapi tahu kan, ngerokok nggak cuma bahaya buat kesehatan, tapi buat kantong juga. Coba deh hitung, berapa banyak uang yang kamu keluarin buat beli rokok? Mendingan uangnya dipakai buat liburan.
This public service announcement brought to you by 96 Radio. Newer, fresher.
96.
Hai kawan muda, sekarang kamu bisa dengerin 96 Radio via Noise.
Something hot is coming in this October 2024. You wanna get rock? Yeah, it's time to have a good time. Rock your body. Firehouse, live in Indonesia. Friday, October 18, 2024. Live from the Casablanca Hall, Jakarta. Let's have a good time with Firehouse and bring back all your love memory. Firehouse, live in Indonesia. Friday, October 18, 2024. Live from the Casablanca Hall, Jakarta. Get your tickets now. More info, click firehousejkt.com. Brought to you by Color Asia Live.
96.
Girly news time on this Wednesday, and let's talk about the Mediterranean diet that actually could improve children's heart health. Now, the diet, which focuses on plant-based cooking along with fruits, beans, seeds, fish, and lean meat, has actually shown benefits for adults, but new research has come out that shows that children on the diet for at least 8 weeks showed drops in blood pressure and cholesterol. Study was published, of course, last week in the journal JAMA Network Open. So it's an interesting thing. I mean, I've never tried that diet. Granted, I've tried every other diet. Has it worked?
96. Newer, fresher. Newer, fresher. 96.
Justin Bieber.
96.
Guy News is up next. Let's talk about Drake. Yeah, Drake's Toronto mansion flooded after some intense rainfall. Let's talk about it next.
Asia Pop 40.
What's going on, Asia? This is Joey Zhao, and this week on the show, we'll be counting down all the tunes you've been streaming the most this week on your devices. It'll be all the songs you know and love, as well as the latest and the greatest tracks from all over the world. This is Asia's own charts, and you won't want to miss it. All that and more on Asia Pop 40, every Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. right here on 96 Radio. 96 Radio.
Newer, fresher. 96.
Cindy Scott here, and let's talk about Drake's Toronto mansion that was flooded after an intense rainfall in Toronto, Canada. Of course, Drake shared a video on his Instagram story of ankle-deep brown murky water filling a room in his house. Now, he captioned the clip, this better be an espresso martini. Ha ha ha. Toronto Pearson International Airport reported last week as the 5th wettest day ever recorded with nearly 4 inches of rain. It's crazy. Crazy enough that I don't think that was an espresso martini there, Drake.
Newer, fresher. 96.
Hi, this is Amory.
Newer, fresher. Turn up the volume. 96. Newer, fresher.
Well, that finishes up Wednesday, so big thanks for joining me today. It has been a fun Wednesday. Let's get ready for Thursday.
Newer, fresher.
Let's go! What's going on, guys? This is Post Malone.
I'm Doja Cat. This is Ariana Grande.
We are Maroon 5. This is Calvin Harris, and this is number one for hit music.
96. Newer, fresher. Hits 96.
Duh, udah telat banget nih gue. Ini lagi di depan. Lama banget sih jalannya. Lewat trotoar aja ah.
Aduh, sejak kapan sih trotoar bisa dipakai sama pengendara motor? Kalau kayak gini kan jadi gue yang sakit.
Aduh maaf banget mbak. Mbak nggak apa-apa kan mbak?
Gak apa-apa gimana? Ini tuh trotoar, bukan jalan raya.
Penggunaan trotoar selain untuk kepentingan pejalan kaki adalah pelanggaran dan bentuk perampasan hak pejalan kaki.
This public service announcement brought to you by 96 Radio, newer, fresher.
Hai kawan muda, sekarang kamu bisa dengerin 96 Radio via Noise.
96.
It's Cindy Scott here, and as I wrap up Wednesday, let's get ready for your Thursday. What are we doing? We're going to have a weird story today about... Or not today, tomorrow. Let's talk about it's for tomorrow. Oh my goodness, what is wrong with me? Tomorrow is going to be about snails and how snails could actually cause major crop damage here in the good US of A. Seriously, that's for real. And the weird story is about someone trying to smuggle those types of snails into this country. But that's for tomorrow's weird story with me, Cindy Scott.
Newer, fresher. 96.
Sabrina Carpenter.
Hi, I'm Sabrina Carpenter, and this is
96. Newer, fresher. 96.